it's TxStampin, Sharon. Welcome. We are going to be doing some live stamping tonight. It is Thursday, June the 23rd. Boy, June is almost over. We are going to be doing masculine cards tonight for the dads, the guys. We were chatting in the chat before I went live about masculine cards are a struggle. We can make pretty cards all day long. But for the guys, we go, I don't know. I always think they like fun folds or how does she do that kind of a card. But sometimes we're stuck. We're like, I have no idea. So we're going to go through some cards tonight. And right before I went live, I was like, I think I'm going to do something else too. So there you go. You never know what I'm going to do on a live. That's what's always so fun. I want to say hello to my friends that have joined in the chat. Hello, Vay. Hello, Michelle Batson. Hello, Renee. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Snowy Mom. Hello, Mary Yates. Hi, Thelma Brooks and Susan. We're so glad you're here. Speaking of Michelle, that I just did a shout out to, she is my helper. She helps me because I obviously cannot multitask. I try all the time to read y'all's chats while I'm stamping. No, I have to stop that. I really do. Michelle is my friend who helps me during the lives. So if you have a question for me and I miss it because I've got my head down, you can type the @ sign and start typing Michelle Batson's name, and then she'll see your question, and then she'll kind of tag me at the end. And I will answer your question. So there you go. Okay, I think, well, look at my shirt. Guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is a registration for the Creative 8 Summer Retreat. Yay! We're so excited. We have been working, getting everything ready to give you guys another fun, inspiring stamping time. It'll be July 22nd and 23rd. It is an online retreat. And we've been doing these now for a couple of years. And we love them. And a lot of y'all do too. So let me know in the chat if you're going to be signing up tomorrow. We have a surprise for y'all. Well, I think I've already told you. So maybe it's not a surprise. Anyway, we're going to switch cameras. I'm going to be working with a stamp set that's in the annual catalog, and it is called He's the Man Suite. Okay. This is a very interesting and fun suite. Oh, I'm seeing lots of you guys will be registering tomorrow. And Carrie, is July 23rd your birthday or tomorrow is your birthday? Mary Yates is going to sign up. Yay! I'm so glad. So this is a very unique suite. And what's so unique about it is the paper. This has got to be the easiest way to make a bunch of masculine cards that I've ever seen in my almost 25 years with Stampin' Up. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, Bexy says she will not miss registering for any retreat. There you go. So there is a stamp set, but the paper. And there are dies. There are coordinating dies. I'm going to show you those in a minute. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you don't have this catalog or the new catalog that launches July 1st, contact me below the video. You can do request a catalog and we'll get one to you. So before I forget, I do have a download on my blog at 8 p.m. Central. Don't want anybody to go anywhere right now. It's not there yet. My blog will go live at 8 p.m. Central. It has all of the other cards in there as well, what I'm sharing with you. So you can get that so that you don't forget. Okay, so here's my supplies. We're going to actually be cutting some paper today. We're going to do more cutting and showing. So I told you that the designer series paper is so unique because it has all of these little die cuts. Okay, you can punch them out And I mean, when you look at all of them, like I've been playing, so there's some missing, but there's so many options and ways to decorate your cards. Okay. This is kind of a no-brainer kind of thing. You're like, well, my husband likes to barbecue or go camping. My dad loves old cars. Let's see. Oh my gosh, my husband had a Volkswagen bus. What was that? Volkswagen bus? Is that what they were called? Like a minivan kind of thing. When he was young, so it's just kind of a nostalgic and fun stamp set. What time does the session start on July 23rd? So we're talking about the Creative 8 retreat. We'll stop and answer that question real quick. Let's just talk about it. You can register starting tomorrow at www.TxStampin.com, online stamping retreats. We have an early bird registration gift for y'all. We have 4 fun folds that will not be shared anywhere else. You will get those if you register tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. After that, you won't get the fun fold, but you'll get all of the rest of the stuff. The Creative 8 retreat starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Friday, July 23rd. And then we'll have 2 presentations. And then on July 22nd. On Saturday, July 23rd, we start at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, so back to this. So yeah, just a lot of die cuts. And so while I have this one in my hand, I'm going to pop these out because I want to show y'all something when I show you my cards. So we'll just pop these out now. And I was going to use this one from my card, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to change it up a bit. So let me show you the other papers that are in here. As you can tell, I've been playing a lot. Whoops. You're stronger than you know. Okay, so the patterns in the paper, perfect for the barbecue guy. And then we have more of a neutral back that's Cajun Craze. And how about the good old ties, glasses, mustaches, things like that. On the back side is a great, it's just a little print. Anna says she hasn't decided on this suite. I'm on the fence. Maybe tonight I'll push you off that fence. We'll see. We'll see how I do. And then I think I really like this pattern. It's very neutral, but the guys don't want fancy. They don't want fancy. And here's the other side, more of an argyle. And I guess that's no, that's not argyle. This is argyle. And then here we go. Those guys that like to go camping and things like that. Okay. And then the back side, again, very masculine colors. Whitney Reef. Hey, Mom, can you come over for dinner tomorrow night? My son-in-law has invited me to dinner while I'm on my live. Bless his heart. Hey, is Baylor watching his Mimi? I think I've gotten my son-in-law and daughter hooked on watching me live because my grandson likes to watch me. There you go. And here you go. How about those old cars and motorcycles? And then on the back side, again, a very neutral pattern. Okay. We don't always get these great papers for the guys. Honestly, we get lots of the pretty florally, pinky stuff. But for the guys, it's hard. It's hard. All right. So here's the stamp set. Okay. Now here's the dies. Oh, let me tell you, all of these images, what I did was I just cut out a bunch of them out of basic white. So I'll have them ready to just stamp the sentiment on. I mean, these are going to be easy cards tonight. Okay. Yay. Y'all love this suite too. I love it. I love the paper. And hold on. I missed a comment there. Oh, Baylor. Okay. And then these fun little things. When I was writing the tutorial instructions, I was like, I don't know what to call these. So I called it like a hatch cross thing because I didn't know what to call it. Sometimes when you're given directions, you're like, that thing, whatever that thing is. So anyway, these are super fun dies. I did make a card that I'm sharing with y'all tonight using Brewed for You. another masculine set. What? We have 2? You're kidding. What is Stampin' Up! Doing? I was super excited because, yes, my hubby likes to drink beer. So there you go. And I think this is supposed to be like a beer mug stein, but I'm thinking a glass of red wine. I don't know. You know, it could be used for anything. So, but sometimes when you're looking at all this, you're like, where's my happy birthday? I need a happy birthday. I don't have one. You would have to grab another stamp set. They are Argyle dies. Look at Renee. Renee is trying to teach me stuff all the time. She tries her best. Well, okay, they're Argyle, but they're also hat shaped. I'm not changing the PDF, Renee. See, Kathy's husband is a beer drinker. K-Strom, these 2 sets work great together. I just wish they'd have put in a happy birthday. That's the only thing it's missing. So there you go. All right, so there's that. And we're going to get a piece of, should I show you the card first, I guess? All right, so here's the card. There's those hatch-shaped things, crosshatch, Argyle. Would you call them all Argyle? I guess. And then how about let's just put one on the inside. There you go. Okay, so we're going to make this, I call that a bookbind type card. You think the glass is for Brandy. Oh, that makes sense. I'll have to tell Brandy Cox that. Okay, so I'm going to cut my paper, and I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. Now, when you're making a card, why not make 2 cards? So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to make 2 cards. They did not ask me, Mary Yates. You were right. They did not ask me. Okay, so now I want to move that cutting blade way out of my way so I don't talk and accidentally cut my paper. I don't know what that is. All right, so we're going to score at 4 1/2. That's weird, right? We usually score at 5 1/2. Kay used another round for a birthday. Which one? Stamp set? Is that what you're saying? Look at me. I got to pay attention. And then I'm going to move it over and I'm going to score at 5 1/2. Okay. So now we have 2 score lines. And we're going to grab our bone folder. Move that out of the way and grab a bone folder. Hey, Rochelle, you're here. Okay, now some of y'all did not hear my tip the other night. You know how when you're, I'm going to burnish this dark, something says happy birthday on the brew one. On the brew one, it says happy birthday. Oh, it does. It does say happy birthday. Another round for your birthday. I just wanted it to say happy birthday. I'm picky. I don't know. All right. So you know how sometimes you go to burnish dark colored cardstock and it leaves this shiny mark? I figured out that if I put a piece of paper over that and burnish, I don't get that shiny mark. Look at that. You're welcome. All right, we're going to do it again. Well, hello, Gwen Ball. We're glad you're here. You're never late. You're just fashionably on time. If anybody's just now joining us, you know that you can always go back and watch the replay. I'm glad y'all like that tip, Enoch. I mean, no shiny. There's no shiny anywhere on my paper. Isn't that great? It's perfect. It only took me 25 years to figure that out. Just saying. Okay, so now we have this piece right here. This is an inch right here. And we're going to take, and I think you either need to use, some of you guys don't like the Seal Plus. If you don't like the Seal Plus, You could use tear and tape. Michelle loves that tip. I cannot stand that shiny on there either. And I was like, what can I do? And one of my pieces of grid paper was laying there one day and I put it on there and I was like, brilliant. So if you don't like the snail, you could use tear and tape. You could use liquid glue. But it just needs to be a strong adhesive, okay? Because this has got to stay down, all right? We really need this to stay down. And I like to even burnish it. Bookbinding is one of my favorite folds. You know, I'm getting ready to start a fun fold series. We've been doing the technique series and we are getting ready to start a fun fold series. I've been collecting all of them. Hello, Cynthia from Lake Champlain. I can say that. I know I can. Okay. So I've got my pieces. And my first layer is my Cajun craze. I was going to say crushed Cajun. I was like, that's not right. And we're going to add this first. Fun folds. Yay. Y'all are excited. I'm so glad. Okay. So who's been enjoying my technique class that I've been doing since October? Now you want to make sure when you cut the paper, it looks like it's a rectangle. I mean, almost a square, but it is a rectangle. So make sure you're careful. And I'm going to add that. And then I have a layer of basic white that we're going to add on. Well, hello, Jan Ross. We're glad you're here. Ah, you guys have been loving the technique classes. You know, in July, that'll be 10 classes, 10 months that we've been doing them. And I just realized that I failed to cut my piece. Good thing I have my paper so handy right here. Let's see, which one did I use? I used this one. I mean, when I finish up the technique class in July, we will have 55 techniques. Isn't that crazy? Oh, Jan says, don't stop. So I have some, okay, here's my plan. I have most of my techniques have been so super easy. Okay, so I'm cutting this 3/4 of an inch by 4. They've been so super easy that I'm going to kind of combine some of them to finish up the series. And then I have some that are really harder. They're just tough. And so I'm like, you know what? Those kind of need to stand alone. And what I'm thinking I may do is offer them in the PDF form the way I've been doing the technique class. So I know, Kate, can you believe that? 55. All right. So now we need this. We're going to put this right here. And I'm just going to double check myself because I was talking. I don't want to put down a piece of paper that doesn't fit. Gwen says the technique class has been so helpful. I'm so glad. What did Renee say? Oh, any chance to watch you live means I refuse to clean. So relaxing no matter what you're teaching us. Renee. Oh, you're a mess. I love Renee. I love Michelle. I love all of those people who help me. Okay, so my formal Argyle pieces, I cut out 2 of them out of the designer series paper. What a great way to use up those scraps of DSP that I know y'all hang on to. Heather, I'm so glad you love my tips. I love sharing tips because if I can share a tip that's going to help you have a much more pleasant stamping time and creating, and you're like, I messed that up and I don't know how to fix it. I will help you. I love to help you. I want everybody to have fun and it be an enjoyable experience. Okay, we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to do our little banners. So I have 2 strips of designer series paper cut. Thelma says that her and Susan have been enjoying my technique class. You know, the link for the PDF doesn't work for tonight. That's because it's not 8 o'clock yet. I'm just going to take my snips, and these are just scraps of designer series paper. Once again, I know y'all hang on to them. So we're just going to make little banner tails, and we're going to do this on techniques. Yes, again, I'm behind on my TV. Oh, Terry's on her TV. Do you have me on TV? Oh, we were talking about that today. I'm like, some of these people put me on TV. I feel like a movie star. Okay, so we're just making little banner tails. Don't want to cut my finger. That would be bad to bleed on TV. All right, so we're going to put that one there. Roxanne loves the technique classes. I'm so glad that y'all have enjoyed them. I've enjoyed doing them. I had no idea when I first started how many I was going to end up with, but I just started collecting them and adding it to my list. Hi, Cheryl Ann, you're here, honey. I hope you're doing okay. I know you're having a hard time talking. Thelma, Susan, I'll also be looking forward to your fun fold class. I mean, I'm planning on doing the fun fold class just like I did my technique class. You can put it in that little binder. Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to see if it works. So y'all need to stay tuned for those. Okay, now let's start adding. We're going to add, I don't even know which one I put on first. We're going to just do, I'm okay if this card turns out a tad different. We're just going to add one piece, about right there. And in front of baby Baylor, no bleeding. Oh, I know. He would have a fit if he saw Mimi get a boo-boo. And then I'm going to take this one, and I'm just going to do like that. Just a little double banner. Okay. Now, I decided, since I already had, let me show you my card. Since I had a Best Dad Award, hubby doesn't need another Best Dad Award. This is not a Father's Day card. This is just a card that I made. And so Heather watches me on TV, and I have you muted on my iPad so I can watch all the comments. Wait, you have me on the iPad and your TV? Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So I decided, since my hubby likes to barbecue, you're flipping awesome. We're going to change up the card just a little bit, but with that designer series paper pack, you can do that. You can have the same card and then just change out the, Denise says I'm a movie star. Y'all want my autograph? You can just change out what you put on it. See, that's what we're going to do. Now this is thinner. It's not quite cardstock. Okay, Sherilyn says that she's okay, but sometimes better than other times. Well, I hope that you I hope your voice comes back soon and that you start feeling much, much better. So because this piece is a little bit thinner, I am going to load it up with quite a few dimensionals. I have you, oh, Renee, here we go. Renee has me on her TV, and I read comments on my laptop to write the comments. You just can't get enough of me, can you, Renee? All right, so I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Sometimes it's just easier for me to grab those backs. And it kind of keeps them all in one spot on my table. I don't have these all over the place. So just kind of handy. All right, so we're going to bring this down. And we're going to put this right here. Let's see. I'm going to do it right there. Okay, now we're ready for these little argyle things. And my glue dried. Mary 8 says she does the same thing. She has me on the TV. Okay, so I have to tell y'all something funny. I had lunch today with the man who actually built this house. And the house that I'm in, he designed it as a studio. It's called the Studio House for making cooking shows. All right, so I'm going to slide this under here. For making cooking shows and Walking Dead, okay? And other movies, other shows. And so in his office, he has like pictures on his wall of these so-called shows that were filmed in this house. And okay, so I am going to, well, it'll work. It'll be all right. It's all good. Whoops. Get that under there. Anyway, he told me today that he wants me to give him an 8x10 picture to put on the wall that I've autographed because I'm filming shows in the studio house. Isn't that funny? Y'all never know what you're going to hear when I go live. Okay, so here is my two different cards. A Star is Born. Let me pull those up a little bit. So my two different cards, okay? But now we need to decorate the inside. We have a bear inside. I know. Okay, I'll take a picture of my picture on his wall and I'll put it on my blog. Okay, what happened to, well, here's my paper. Well, I don't know what happened to my other piece, my Argyle piece. Come on. Nope, it's missing. Okay, we're just going to add this piece here. And yay, I'm so glad y'all like these. I'm so glad. Okay. I hope that y'all will try the bookbind cards. It doesn't have to be masculine, but if you try them, you could put them on our Stamping Friends Facebook group, or you could put them even over on the mystery cards. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the autograph. Y'all want my autograph? Is that what y'all are saying? All right, so we have these two masculine cards with our bookbind. Now let's show you some other ones. Nope, I was going to make another one. We're going to make another one. Let me show you. Hold on. Remember this? This is our piece. Linnell, where can you find my technique classes? You can find them over on my blog. Let me put that up for you real quick. So you can go to my blog and you can look under shop and then shop my tutorials, and you will find them all there. I was actually working today on having all of them on a page, because in my store, they're all kind of all over the place. So it's hard for you to find them all, but they're all there. You can buy one, you can buy 9. I will have the 10th one up after the 1st of July. What is that? July 7th? All right, so I'm just going to score this piece at 5.5. Okay. So remember, we're making a second card because we cut one piece of paper in half. Let's make another card. So to make my other card, I cut a piece of the Argyle Designer Series paper. Sharon, show some love and give her some thumbs up. Oh, show Sharon some love. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. So yeah, if you're new to my channel and you want to subscribe, you can do that below the video. You can give me a thumbs up. You can comment, especially if you're watching the replay. All right, so now this piece of paper is actually 4 1/4 by 5.5. Okay. Oh yes, and Michelle has put the playlist for you. I have all my techniques classes on a YouTube playlist. Great job, Michelle. This is why she helps me. All right, so I am going to take and I'm going to cut this piece of Designer Series paper from corner to corner. I've got it lined up in the gutter of the of my paper trimmer. Hi, Judy Frank from McKinney, Texas. I know where you live. Let's make sure that didn't move. Now, my mystery stampers may start to recognize this card. So what we have, we're going to do this. Where did I get my pretty mouse pad? It is an old Stampin' Up! Mouse pad. Isn't it pretty? I don't know how to clean it though. It's getting a little shabby from my hands. All right, so we're just going to give this a good crease with our little trick that we learned. Kathy says I've loved handmade cards since my great grandmother showed me some she had handmade with lace and such on them. And I bet she had buttons on them. I bet she had buttons. Okay, so now technically I could make another card because I'm going to put this piece of argyle right here. Okay. Now I can tell, I'm just going to point out, y'all see the white jagged? I need to replace the blade on my trimmer. Oh, Gwen has the same mouse pad. Okay, so now this one looks better. So I'm going to use this one instead. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this on here. Now I prefer to put this on with liquid glue because I need it to match up corner to corner, and I don't want it to like be hanging over or anything like that. We got a little bit too much glue right there. Oh, do y'all know that the other end of this is like flat? Oh, I'm too close to the camera. It's kind of like flat. If you have too much glue, you can use this to smooth it out and smear it around. Did y'all know that there was another end to this? A lot of people don't know that. Dawn says, how to use buttons on cards would be a good idea. Okay, so y'all don't know my story? I went to my first Stampin' Up! Workshop. Back then, they called them workshops. And that lady made a card. And back then, 25 years ago, remember, they didn't let you stamp. They just demonstrated. And I should not read comments when I'm trying to watch, while I'm trying to talk. Okay, so she's making this card and she put a button on it and I lost my mind. You can do that? It was so cool. So Enix says that she has the mouse pad too, but hers looks like it has a crumb cake background. That means that hers is getting dirty too, like mine. Okay. All right. So we have our argyle print on there. This is a pretty, plain card, but again, it's for the guys. Yes, I can use, I mean, this is a fine piece. I can get rid of that jagged, Kate. I can use an emery board or a sanding block. And in this case, it is coming off with my fingers, but I just wanted to point that out to y'all. When your paper starts to do that, it is time, whether you like it or not, to replace the blade. All right, so let's put this piece on the inside. Okay, so now we have this. Yes, it's a pretty simple card, but we're going to dress it up. So remember, I told y'all I cut out some basic white pieces. Use your sand eraser on the rough edges. Okay, Betty, I did not know that trick. I did not think about the sand eraser, but that would work. And that is our ink and pen eraser that we talk about sometimes. Okay, let's get these. And we've got these, so we can do some stamping. Kay Strum says, 30 plus years ago when I started making cards, I put a button and a bow on every card. And that's what they did back then. Okay, so we already have a barbecue one. I kind of want a big one. Here, let's move these. Cheers to all the years. Make a great anniversary card. But that's a little too dark. So when you start adding these, you're like, boy, that's all dark. We need light, okay? So, okay. How about this one? You make me hoppy? What do y'all think? I don't know. Let's take, how about this? You're a classic. All right, we're going to leave those two pieces there. Try using a Mr. Clean eraser on your mouse pad. Kate, thank you. That might work. I have a wonderful luck with getting tough dirt stains. Okay, that's a brilliant idea. That is a brilliant idea. You're so smart. This is why I do live, so y'all can help me. Just so you know. Do the care with saying. Do the care with saying. Oh, on the little die cut? Did I misunderstand? Looking sharp. Oh, the car. Y'all want the car? The car. Okay, I got it. I got the car. Okay. All right, we got the car. Don't y'all love it when we make a card together? Okay, so now let's see what it looks like with the car. Oh, I like it with the classic. What do y'all think? Let me hold it up. I don't know. I think I like that. Just like that. I was going to do some stamping, but I think I like that. You're a classic. Put the stamps away. Now, y'all do need the stamps, but I'm just saying, you don't have to. Not if you get this Designer Series paper specialty pack. All right. Oh, do we want him down here? We are. And we're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. Perfect. Y'all like your card you're making. We should call this a stamp along. I should have told y'all, have your Designer Series paper with you if you want to stamp along with me. We should do a stamp along. Like mystery stamping. I tell you what I'm gonna use, and then you have everything and we all make the card together. Yeah. I would give you the measurements ahead of time. Oh, to do that though, you'd have to be on my newsletter list. So if you want to possibly do that one day, y'all need to join my newsletter list below the video. Both the car and the classic. I thought you would use dimensional, says Cheryl Ann. Absolutely. I love y'all's card. A stamp along with Sharon. There you go. I think this is so cute. And how fast was that? How simple. All right, let's bring our cards in. Let's tidy up a little bit. So we've got this card. Let me take me off. Let me just take me off over there. Off. I'm pushing buttons, but they're not going off. Okay, so we have this one and this one. And then we have this one. And then, I mean, you got to have this paper, Lynn. I'm telling you got to have this paper. Okay, so then how about this? With you, I'm never lost. This is a great one for those who like to go camping. This was done with one of the die cuts, and then I used the Stylish Shapes dies, and it's got a little bit of stitching. Okay, so it gives it a little bit of personality. So we've got that one. This one is not wanting to lay down. We need him to lay down. See how that's just second nature to me now? Okay. So like I said, my mystery stampers may recognize this pattern because this was one of our mystery cards. So I did that one. And then this one, I did it different. Okay. I turned it and I used the Beehive embossing folder. And on my blog and on the handout that I have, the download, I added this strip versus here I did not. Okay. So I added this strip and I embossed all of it. So on the blog, you can see better pictures of what I'm talking about, how I added that strip. But I think that's a sharp looking card. And now that it's already past Father's Day and I ended up giving him a different Father's Day card, I'm going to take this off with some undo and I'm going to make this like a birthday card. Okay. All right. Y'all are liking my card so far. Okay. So Remember I told you I used the Brewed for You. Okay. Now let me show you how I did that. Remember how I popped out these two of the dies? Y'all like these cards? I got another one to show you. We're not done. So remember how I showed you, well, here's my card. Okay. I took and I added these two together. And then I stamped on it. Cute, huh? Because it gave me a little bit of color. And then I used the designer series paper back here. Phyllis wants to know what undo is. Okay, let's move this. We're outgrowing our space. Let me grab my undo. Undo is an adhesive remover. If you live in California, you can't buy it. I don't know why. They say no. I get mine on Amazon. But hi, Cheryl from Houston. I am in Kyle, Texas, so I'm not too far from you. So this removes the adhesive, okay? And when you first start to use it, you're like, oh my gosh, I am ruining my card. But it dries and you can't see it because it gets all wet and you're like, oh, I just ruined my cardstock. Nope, this undo is awesome. So it's an adhesive remover. So let me just show you. We'll take it off. So I'm just going to lift up a little corner if I can. I probably put this on with liquid glue because anytime I add anything to an embossed layer. So see how my cardstock's getting wet? Can y'all see that? It's not showing up. I can't see it. I don't know if y'all can. Anyway, so I just kind of let it just kind of pour out and it's getting everything wet. It is the same as Gooby Gone. I don't know if Gooby Gone is safe for cardstock. I don't know if Gooby Gone would stain the cardstock. I don't know. You could try it. Just realize that if it doesn't work, you just ruin the card. Undo works perfect. Okay. And there you go. It's off. So see how wet my card is? When it dries, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't take long. That will all be fine. This is very wet. It doesn't affect the ink or the cardstock. You can use undo on pictures. It doesn't ruin them. Great for scrapbooking. Yes, there's my friend Lana. How are you? Okay, so we've added so many extra things tonight. All right, I'm going to show you the Father's Day card that I gave my husband for Father's Day. He loves to barbecue. These are all die cuts. I did do some stamping. I ended up using that tag punch. What is it called? It's gone. You don't buy it. Anyway, I had that punch. Okay, and this was a pop and twist card. This was a card that we made at the Creative 8 retreat, and his actually had a gift card in it. Okay, so easy to make a nice masculine card with the designer series paper. So whoever said they were on the fence about the paper, have I gotten you off that fence yet? Did I push you off? Taylor tag. Thank you, Mary. Enix says she must see if she can get undo in her country. Will it work with the adhesive tape? Yep. It works with liquid glue because that's what I used to put that label on. Because anytime I'm putting anything on an embossed layer, I always use the liquid glue. It takes a little bit. Did y'all see how slow I was doing it? I just let it ooze underneath there and let it start doing its job. It does do on the Seal Plus because those are my two adhesives and I use undo all the time. There you go. I'm glad y'all like my cards. What's in undo? Oh, girlfriend, I can't read that. I don't know. It doesn't say the ingredients. It just tells you how to use it. Go to their website. I'm sure they have a website. Undo remover. It's extremely flammable, so no fire. All right. I think we are done. Who's going to sign up for the retreat tomorrow? Who's going to get their fun fold tutorials? I can't wait to see you guys at the retreat. But you know what? I'm going to see you next Monday for mystery stamping. Oh, Anna, it was you. I pushed her over the fence. I got her off that fence. She's going to get the designer series paper, that He's the Man specialty designer series paper. Undo does not have an odor. Tiny odor. Okay. Awesome cards and love the undo tip. I'm so glad I could help y'all out, and that wasn't even on the schedule for tonight. All right. It is in 15 minutes. You can go over and get that download, and you can go see my pictures, and then you'll know right where my blog is. And then tomorrow you can join the retreat. So have a great evening and morning, day, wherever you're at. If you're watching the replay, thanks so much. I sure do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch me play. There you go. Happy stamping, guys.